All right. Hello again, guitar players of the world. Um, what I'm looking at today, we're in the key of B flat. Here it is, B flat. And the specific chord I'm looking at is the augmented 4 diminished chord and the implications of that, especially in blues and jazz progressions. But man, I'm telling you, you can find this chord in country tunes and folk songs. It's not like a crazy jazz only chord. It's one of those essentials that many people skip, and so we're going to take a look at that chord today. So here in front of me, I have a basic 12 bar blues progression. I'm beginning that blues progression with the B flat 6 chord, and at measure 4 I'm going to the B flat 7, and the reason I'm using B flat 6 first, as happens in so many jazzy bluesy tunes, is that it doesn't have the tritone in it, so effectively it's not really a it's not a dominant chord sound. It's sort of an innocuous, but it's not a dominant chord sound. So then by the time when you get to the B flat 7 at measure 4, it is a dominant chord sound with that tritone, and that tritone leads you to the 4 chord of E flat 7. All right, so we've got so far. And there's the E diminished 7th. Now what happened? I'm going to play it again and listen closely for that E diminished 7th at measure 6. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn around. Okay. Now I'm going to, as you can probably hear, we're going from the E flat 7 the root is being raised by a semitone. And if I just jump back to a voicing of the B flat 6, what I'm going to miss is the connection between the E flat 7, the E diminished 7th, and the next note in the B flat, or the 5th of the B flat. That's where that E diminished 7th is leading. So it would be helpful if you could get a voicing of the B flat. Even a B flat triad is fine. That's connecting these those bass lines. That bass line there should be connected to the 5th 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of that B flat chord, and I'm just keeping the blues simple. I mean, it could be there could be so many variations here, but I just want to focus on that E flat 7 to the E diminished 7th. So the E flat 7 to get to the E diminished 7th, just to make it really guitaristic and easy to see, all you have to do is raise the root. See how that happens? So there's my bar with everybody plays that with a bar, or just about everybody. All I'd have to do is go and then raise the E flat. So that's the only alteration to that chord that I'm making. and then I'm going to connect with the B flat. All right. Okay, good. So now let's take a look at some of the implications of that movement, which happens, as I said, just everywhere. So the implications of this movement, when we go from the E flat 7 to the E diminished 7th, all I've done, as I said, is raise the E to make that chord an E diminished 7th. And what that does to the underlying arpeggio is it gives me, well, if I play just the diminished 7th, the diminished arpeggio, right? And now if I combine the diminished arpeggio with the E flat 7, and so what we're going to do is just have a flat 9 with the E flat 7. So in other words, we're going to just have a flat 9 in the E flat 7 arpeggio. Listen. So that's sort of what it's implying is these two different sounds, one or I should say three different sounds. Sort of they conflate the E flat 7, your E flat 7, your arpeggio, and then the E diminished 7th. And now if we sort of combine them, we end up with an E flat 7 just with that lowered 9, that flat 9. All right, and that arpeggio would work over that E flat E over the E diminished 7th as well. As you can hear, and it'll also work over the E flat 7 because all you're doing in that case is just altering that E flat 7. All right, now I would strongly recommend doing this same progression in a basic blues in other keys as well. It doesn't really matter what key you do, and as far as the voicings of the diminished chord, this is a nice one which I've been playing here. Think of it as a 7 with a flat 9, which it can be as well. It's enharmonic with that chord. And we can also just do on the top 4 strings, right? And then diminished chords move in minor thirds. heard that, right? Okay, that's just another one of dozens and dozens, scores of different variations. So the four leading to what we call the raised four, diminished seventh chord. The raised four part of it refers uh, to the function of the chord. It doesn't refer to the spelling of the chord. Unfortunately, with the nomenclature of music and harmony and stuff and the guitar fretboard, good grief, all we have is numbers all the time, and sometimes those numbers can get confused. So don't confuse chord function, how that chord is functioning in this case as an augmented four diminished seventh, with a chord spelling. A diminished seventh is a chord spelling, or a seven with a flat nine is a chord spelling, not to be confused with the chord function. Chord functions are correctly spelled in Roman numerals, so you should be looking at Roman numerals if you're looking at chord function, and Arabic numerals if you're looking at chord spelling. All right. So I hope that's a help to you. Get the diminished arpeggio underneath your fingers, wherever that is on the guitar fretboard. It's a great little exercise in just thinking minor third, minor third, minor third, minor third, minor third. It's just that tuning on the second string that could mix you up, right? Diminished, right? Very, very handy. Get the dominant seventh arpeggio underneath your fingers, and as well, use that dominant seventh and play it with the flat nine. And it can be a nice alteration of the E flat 7 chord. Okay, so I hope that made sense. If it didn't, let me know. And if it's working for you and it's giving you some information that you've been hunting, trying to find, subscribe or press like. It helps us to know whether we're leading in the right direction, and that's up to you to lead us in the right direction with your comments and what you'd like to see us do in down below there. All right, thanks a lot for your attention and for stopping by, and we're going to see you real soon.